Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. In this overview, we'll be conducting a review and summary of the xAI All-Hands meeting, which was led by founder Elon Musk on February 10th. This meeting is particularly significant as it serves as a logical follow-on to the recent acquisition of xAI by SpaceX, giving us a clearer picture of their unified direction. Our analysis will cover 5 key areas from the meeting. We'll begin with xAI's concept of velocity, then examine its 4 strategic pillars. After that, we'll look at the foundational compute and data infrastructure, its integration with the X platform, and finally, the long-term vision connecting AI with space. So, let's start with the first major theme, xAI's focus on velocity. A central argument presented in the meeting was that a company's rate of progress, its velocity and acceleration, is a far better predictor of future success than its current market position. This quote from Musk really frames the entire philosophy. It's a direct challenge to the conventional wisdom in the industry. While competitors may be focused on their current standing, xAI's position is that the only metric that truly matters is the rate of improvement. To put this concept of velocity into perspective, consider that xAI is just 2.5 years old. In an industry with incumbents that have been operating for a decade or more, xAI is, relatively speaking, a toddler, and yet its developmental pace is anything but. And here's what that velocity looks like in practical terms. xAI's generative model, called Imagine, is reportedly creating nearly 50 million videos every single day. The claim is that this single model now outpaces the entire combined output of all their competitors, a rather stunning illustration of rapid capability scaling. So where is all this developmental velocity being directed? It's being focused on 4 distinct strategic pillars, which together form the foundation of xAI's entire product strategy. These 4 pillars cover very specific domains. First, you have Grok, which is the core foundational model for reasoning. Second is a specialized model just for coding. Third, the Imagine model for media generation. And fourth is what might be the most ambitious of all, a project called Macrohard, aimed at full digital human emulation. Let's spend a moment on Macrohard, because its stated goal is incredibly forward-looking. The objective is to build a digital human emulator, that is, an AI system that can perform any task a person can do on a computer, from basic operations to mastering complex professional-grade tools in fields like engineering and medicine. The vision for the coding pillar is just as radical. The ultimate goal isn't merely to assist human programmers, it's to render traditional coding an intermediate and eventually obsolete step. The idea is that the AI will one day take a high-level prompt and generate the final executable program directly. Of course, pursuing these ambitious pillars requires an engine of almost unimaginable scale. This brings us to xAI's foundation, its truly massive investment in both compute power and data strategy. The scale here is immense. xAI is on the verge of bringing a new training cluster online with the equivalent power of 1 million H100 GPUs. For context, these are among the most powerful AI accelerators available today. This represents a monumental level of raw computational capability. And all of that compute power demands a staggering amount of energy. To put this into perspective, their Memphis supercomputer cluster, when complete, is projected to consume over a gigawatt of power. That's enough energy to run a small city, which really highlights the physical scale of their AI ambitions. But raw power isn't the whole story. xAI also announced a critical shift in how they evaluate model intelligence. They're moving away from generic internet benchmarks, arguing that these are poor proxies for genuine intelligence. Instead, they are now using expert human tutors, doctors, lawyers, engineers, to validate whether an AI's output is not just plausible, but actually correct and useful in real-world professional contexts. Now, on the data side of the equation, their internal knowledge base, which they call Grokipedia, has already expanded to 6 million articles. The stated goal is simple but vast: to create a definitive repository of all human knowledge, with the aim of surpassing all previous encyclopedic efforts. So you have the models and the data infrastructure, but where does all of this technology get deployed? This brings us to the X platform, which is clearly central to xAI's strategy for distribution and application at scale. The evolution of X's messaging service serves as a prime example of this integration. It has progressed from the old unencrypted direct messages to a secure system with fully encrypted audio and video. The next step is a significant one, a standalone open-source application called xChat. This initiative feeds directly into the grander vision for X as an everything app. The strategy is to consolidate communication through xChat, information and news, and even all financial transactions via a service called xMoney, all within a single platform. The stated target is to build a digital ecosystem serving over 1 billion daily active users. But the vision doesn't conclude with 1 billion users on Earth. The final and by far the most audacious component of xAI's plan connects its developments in artificial intelligence directly to the future of space exploration. This entire long-term goal is framed by one profound guiding question. Can humanity ever truly understand the universe if we are confined to observing it from Earth? For the unified xAI and SpaceX entity, the answer to that question appears to be a definitive no. This belief has led to an incredible roadmap for what they term cosmic compute. Stage 1 is the present, massive data centers located on Earth. Stage 2 is the near future, deploying data centers into orbit. And the long-term vision is to establish factories on the moon for building AI satellites, which would then be launched into deep space using a mass driver. And this final quote really captures the epic scale of this vision. The ultimate ambition, it seems, is not just about building a more intelligent AI on Earth. It's about distributing intelligence throughout the cosmos, an act that would fundamentally alter humanity's relationship with the universe. Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. If you find these videos valuable, please consider using the QR code at the beginning or end of this video to buy us a coffee. We recommend that you subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel, and please like, comment, and share to help us reach a wider audience.